All right, you are still watching Ways. Employee Legal Awareness Day is on February 13th, and it is all about your rights as an employee. An Australian lawyer named Paul Brennan established this day to create awareness of the legal problems to the employees and small businesses and reduce the risk, right, that reduce the risk, right, through legal education. Now, the day encourages all employees to be aware of their employment rights as well as company policies provided in their employer's handbook. This is a very important day. So I've been doing a lot of what's it called, company structuring, because I'm doing a small structure setup, and part of the thing that we're also building is an employee handbook. How many companies do really have this, especially small businesses? For the big establishments, they would have their rule book, they will have their company policy, they will have all of those things. But small businesses don't really pay attention to employee handbook, so at least they know. So you can't, how you fault an employee for something that
they don't even know.
They don't even know about. So, I mean, this day is actually very important. The awareness, so your rights as an employee, you know what you're about, what's expected of you, the legalities of, if something goes wrong, how to handle those situations.
Like unlawful dismissal.
Yeah.
My dear. Chinelo, that came from a deep place. See that dismissal thing,
Dismissal.
Well, I don't know how some employers are just very funny, You just feel like, oh, because this person works for me, I can wake up tomorrow morning and tell you are sacked. Why?
Again, I think it's because they know that there is no law that can hold them accountable. Or maybe there are laws, but they're not enforceable. Or you probably don't even know that you can seek redress.
Do you want to even take your employer to court? How much
Exactly.
do you have
To start the case? Exactly.
Let me call on normal employee awareness legalities.
It's a very sensitive issue, one that has to protect employees and also have the employers in mind. Well, most times employees, like you rightly mentioned, are unaware of their rights. And so some people are subjected to really precarious job environments, and they don't know how to defend themselves. So I think it's a good one because it's important that people have enlightenment when it comes to things that concern them and how it affects them generally. Like Chinelo had mentioned, some employers don't care really about their employees, so they will exploit them at every given opportunity. And this can be a problem. So where everybody is clear on what the expectations are, then it makes it easier for people to meet up to whatever they have agreed to, mutual agreement, so that nobody feels that they are being ridden over or exploited unduly. So I think it's a very good one. And employees, they need to pay attention.
Absolutely. All right, so let's quickly run through what we found in the news. Let me come to you, Chinelo. I'll start with you. What did you find for us in the news?
One news that I'm quite excited about. Rihanna is expecting her second baby.
And that's why you're wearing red.
So Rihanna actually performed her hits back to back with her baby bump. She made her long-awaited return to the stage at the Super Bowl halftime show over the weekend. The megastar appeared in the stadium mid-air on a floating stage. What better way to actually announce that baby bump? I mean, look at that now. Hey, my girl. So the 34-year-old already welcomed her first child. Her first child, a son with rapper A$AP Rocky in May last year. And musically speaking, fans who hope for some fresh tracks this year, I'm not sure we're going to be getting a new album from Rihanna this year again. Sad, but yeah, we're happy that she's...
But why? I mean, she did the Wakanda theme song.
With maybe not an album. She might have a single.
Yeah, she might have a single.
Yeah,
not an album.
Not an album.
But honestly, I love her anyway.
Yeah.
I just love her entrepreneurial spirit. I love the fact that there's just so much about she. You know how noiseless.
Yeah.
She makes noiseless.
She progresses
quietly, and she's just making efforts. I'm actually super proud of her.
Yeah.
And I say to people that it's actually best to rush your kids back to back. Just clear it out of the way and know that, okay, yes,
And
you are done with that and bounce back and get your body back. But I'm proud of her. So let me come to you, Norma, then I'll come to you, Diola.
All right.
All right, I have this news. Unfortunately, it's not as happy ever after experience like Chinelo's news. It is about the issue of the young girl, 12-year-old student of Chrisland School that died Thursday. So the update is that the Lagos state government has ordered the shutdown of Chrisland International School, pending the outcome of the investigation to unravel the circumstances that were surrounding her death. And it's so sad. Whitney Adeniro, her parents allege that she went to school healthy and was brought back, or they saw her at the end in a bag or covered up in a cloth. And this is one of the sagas that, one of the many sagas that Chrisland has recently experienced. If we remember, in 2022, there was the incident of the Dubai scandal, the students who were found doing things that they were not supposed to do. And we remember the teacher who had been sentenced to 60 years imprisonment for the assault or the rape of a 2-year-old in school. So Chrisland has had real situations where they have not been accountable for the children that have been placed in their care. And this is something that we, as guardians, as parents, need to pay attention to very critically, because we can't expect schools to really be responsible for our children. My heart really goes out to this family, because there's another family that has lost a minor to something that could have been avoided if people paid attention properly and if the due process had been carried out. It's very unfortunate that we have to lose yet another young person to just negligence or irresponsibility on the part of the carers, whether I think in school. And I think the Lagos state government really needs to look into this very critically. I can't remember the other school that was in Lekki that a child was lost as well.
College,
and I don't know if any progress has taken place since then. We don't have any updates about that incident. And this is just one in many incidents that keep happening over and over. The school said that she slumped, while the parents, when they saw her body, they actually, even students in school had said that it was an electrocution. And the child was seen to have black lips, tongue, and her face had turned black. So something obviously went wrong. The school is not taking responsibility, and I think the police really need to get to the bottom of this.
All right, thank you, Norma. So I saw the story over the weekend, right? And for me, I want to say something here. And I was saying it in the makeup room. Can we just normalize autopsy in this country? Because again, regardless of whether the school decides to give you what truly happened or not, an autopsy can actually reveal the situation. So I'm happy that they've gone ahead, to carry out the autopsy. We're waiting for the results.
Absolutely.
Because we should just normalize autopsies in this country. Let's stop waiting for people to recount what happened. Let autopsy be part of, especially when somebody dies under a very, very suspicious, manner. Even people that die of, like, they have existing ailments, when they die, they still carry out autopsy just to be sure what actually killed the person. Right? So let us just normalize autopsy. And I think I'll leave it there, because we'll have more to talk about this, in the course of the week. Well, Diola, your story.
Okay, this is election will not hold in 240 polling units, says INEC. Less than 12 days to the general election. The Independent National Electoral Commission has said that election will not hold in 240 polling units across 28 states and the Federal Capital Territory. And I mean, well, the chairman or the INEC chairman went on to say that they noted that voters did not indicate interest to transfer to the units, you know, maybe in terms of they moved houses or, you know, so there is a whole lot of that. So the total polling units for elections now stand at 176,606. It's just,
What do you want
it's just too much drama.
It is well with you. Shall let the election hold. Because really, this election should just come and be going. It should just be coming and be going. That's all I can say. So my story is actually on a very sad note as well. Robbers invade Lagos Eatry. Why I'm taking this story in particular is tying it somewhat to the elections, right? Just to give an advisory to people to be very careful. Robbers invade Lagos Eatry, shoot security guard, and it says a yet to be identified security guard was shot. His name was not mentioned, right? He was shot on Sunday at an eatery on just Admiralty here, right? It was learned that the robbers had stormed into the eatery. Customers and everybody were in the panic. They were in panic mode. They were thrown in panic and all of that. But the robbers, during the operation, they just carted away with valuables and did not attack customers who. So I mean, so it means that customers, they were safe. But I mean, of course, the eatery. I'm just thinking, where there is no cash, what would have happened? What would they have carted away with? What exactly? I don't know. If it's phones, they would have robbed all the customers as well. Yeah. So I'm wondering what kind of valuable did they go there based on information? Because how much can an eatery have? Especially now that we have been having cash. I mean, today I told you people now I have to do transfer, I have to do POS transaction. You know, I mean, so I'm just wondering what would have, you know. So I'm just saying to people, just be careful, because really this is the time where a lot of all these things, we'll see it happening. Yesterday, not yesterday, on Saturday during the rally, people that were commuting from VGC all the way to the Teslim Balogun Stadium, they were their cars were vandalized. We saw videos of people coming out to say their cars were vandalized. Me, I would advise anybody. See, no matter how much I support any party, you can never see the party's logo. It's true. Because it's not the party that would, you know, you can never see the party's logo on my car. So in fact, we're going to talk more on all of this tomorrow, because we need to start giving people safety advice for these coming elections, because you really must protect yourself. You need to be alive to vote for the person that you want to vote for.
Absolutely.
All right. So on that note, we'll take a break. Let us discuss women matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.